Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
Not much, man. Not much. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Kenneth? How's that windshield?
Oh, dude, it's on my dash right now.
Is it?
Yeah, it ended up caving in the rest of the way to where it's sitting on my dash.
Hey, what's up, Shane? How you doing? Did it? It finally caved all the way in?
Yeah, but it's all good. Windshield will be put in tomorrow again.
Oh, well, and you got time for it to settle for Worlds, right?
Yeah, I won't be driving it for the next day or so at least, because I ain't either that or I got to pull some fuses because I'm not good with it with not turning that knob.
Yeah, so you ready for Worlds? I mean, that's like my whole goal with tonight was, Worlds is incoming. I mean, it's coming, guys. It's right around the corner. October 5th.
Long as I can find a truck and trailer to go up with. I am not doing that crap again.
No.
I'll have to snatch one of the trucks and regular trailer up from the shop.
Right. No, I hear you there, man. I get it. Yeah, I don't know. I've been pretty busy. So we went to sound check on Sunday. It wasn't really a turnout, but I went there, had a great time, talked to RP a lot. I got a whole schedule for sound check shows next year, pretty much last Sunday of every month. So
Nice.
So we do have. Yeah, what's up, Woody? What's up?
So every Sunday or every last Sunday, you still having Marion shows and other shows?
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna have some up in the South Bend area, maybe Lower Michigan. I'm gonna do some in Marion still, like normal. I know no matter what, we got a basin for a cause next year, which will be in Huntington, Indiana. Sorry about the ding, guys. So yeah, I mean, I got venues figured out already for next year. I'm excited.
Illinois.
What?
Illinois, going back to that campground.
Yes, I got that show too. I
That
just got to.
awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. It was definitely fun. And this time it's going to be at the Nichols Fab. What's up, Tina? How you doing?
Yeah, it'll be not going to do it at the campground.
No, I don't. I forget what he was telling me. He told me something about it, but he said that he's thinking of just do it at the shop there, that custom shop. They do. Like I said, it's a place I've never seen a V12 LS engine until I went there, which was, I thought that was crazy, dude. It blew my mind. Yeah, me too. I'm totally ready for Worlds. And just so anybody knows and anybody needs to hear it, I don't know what y'all hear or what you don't hear, but you can go to other state finals. You don't just because you don't live in that state, you can still come to Another state's finals, you just won't be the state champion because you don't reside in the state. So that is a thing. What's up, Tony? Because I already had an incident with that. I'll just put it that way. And so it's something I wanted to bring up and let people know. So nobody's misguided. Because I already ran into that issue after I did my finals. I had a guy message me, and said that he was told he couldn't come to mine because, he didn't live here in Indiana. So, but that's not true. That's not the case. He could have totally came, had fun, spent the day, doing his thing, testing, tuning. He could have ran the lanes. He just wouldn't have been a state champion. That's all. Because he don't reside in Indiana. So now world finals, the competitor can pick which worlds they want to go to. Obviously, you got demo wars. So anybody that's qualified in demo wars of any class in demo wars will be down in Newport, Tennessee with Greg Kelly on October 5th. If you want to compete for demo, for the demo wars part for worlds. If you're just doing SPL, you can go, like, say you got a neighboring state that's close, you can go to that finals and not any other finals. You could go to someone else's worlds. It don't matter as far as what worlds you go to. But yes, I'm definitely stoked about world finals. I'm sorry if the camera is all goofy. I'm not at my house. I'm not there. I'm working on my other car. How are we doing the live for finals? So it runs through OBS, Shane. And you have to have two separate cameras hooked up. One will be on I guess so. From my understanding, from how I'm doing it, is I'm gonna have a camera on the meter, on my monitor, basically at all times, and I'm also gonna have a camera facing the vehicle that pulls up in the lanes. So that way they can see the name obviously on the meter. Everything is a direct feed straight to Billy through OBS. So it's really important if you're not familiar with OBS and how it works. Get in touch with Billy, or somebody that has done it already that can guide you through it. If you know someone down there or by you that you trust with doing it, or another Basswars judge, they could walk you through how to do it too. But yeah, I may have to. Yeah. Dan's actually gonna help me get all mine set up for Worlds sometime this week. So may have to get one y'all to help me out because I'm lost. Yeah, no, it's definitely different because we're doing all our Worlds remotely, but it also makes it easier for the competitors who spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars all year on their build, on making it to shows and all that stuff, when they can literally go to where your guys' normal spots at or whatever, and you could do a Worlds right there. And they don't have to drive 15 hours to go to Worlds. It makes it a lot nicer. I mean, I'm not saying that it's the best thing, because honestly I enjoy meeting everybody and having one big Worlds. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy that, but this is how we do it, and it's just how it is for right now. That's I don't know if it ever will change, but I don't see it changing because it's going to make it harder on everybody with monetary wise. You never know what's going to happen when you're on the road. You got hotels, you got food, you got you never know. You could have a flat tire. could blow your windshield. If it's a daily driver, if you don't trailer it. But then on top of that, you got companies you got to pay for freight. To tow it there or pull it there or whatever, or you'll have to pull it and then it costs you a lot more because of the truck fuel economy is obviously going to be worse than probably what you have. Maybe. Kenneth's case, I'm not sure about that. The tow
It's
truck might.
$150 for the truck.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what diesel costs for a truck and trailer come to
Yes.
America back.
Dang. So Shane, if I were you, I would definitely get a hold of Billy, and he'll guide you all the way through that when you get a chance. Contact Billy, and he will get you squared away for the OBS stuff and how exactly finals get to ran. Mine's got to be trailered, and I got to rent a truck, so finals is finna make me broke. Yeah, I mean that was the goal that we weren't trying to do, which is I think why we do it the way we do it. I don't know how local you are to where you are going to do your worlds. Like my worlds is about 30 minutes from where I live. I rented out the fairgrounds. I'll be doing it at fairgrounds. And yeah, it'll be nice, but I'm excited about that. It's not a terrible drive for me or a lot of the competitors. I know like Kenneth has a little drive ahead of him if he's coming to Worlds. You're 2.5 hours from your location you got. Okay. Yeah, so I think Kenneth's about 2.5 hours from my location that I got.
The Huntington?
Oh no, you're about 2 hours.
The Huntington was what last time we drove up to that? Like, I think it's like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Wow. Yeah. So you guys are kind of in the same boat. I mean,
I can't remember for sure because it's a long trip back from that show.
Yeah, but you also had a busted windshield.
Yep.
My build would make it an hour drive, but don't want to push it.
Okay, yeah. Without a broken windshield, it's 2 hours.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It'd be about 2 hours because I'm about an hour and a half from you. So I kind of figured it'd be about 2 hours. But with your broken windshield, it made for a longer drive.
A lot longer.
Yeah, so the closest one to me is 4 hours away. Woo!
That's
Man, yeah, that's a drive right there, Walker. Got a lot of respect for you making that. That's a long drive. I know how that goes though, because like I used to compete in Mecca, so yeah, I used to compete in Mecca anyway. So, and I went to Worlds in Mecca. I drove all the way to Muscle Shoals from Indiana. It was like 13.5 hours sitting on a concrete floor. It was not fun. I drove my car. I didn't care. On a side note, after testing yesterday, I'm coming up for that top 10 hot seat wall very fast.
Ooh, going for number 1 then?
Yeah, Walker. It was a long drive, man. But that's what I'm doing right now. So the car that I was just talking about that I competed with a few years back, I'm actually taking all the concrete out and putting a factory dash back in it and basically backpedaling on it, basically going backwards instead of forward. But I don't know if it's gonna be louder. I don't know. We'll see what it does. But it was kind of worth it because I still got third loudest in the world for DB5, which is if you're familiar with Mecca, it's Park and Pound 5. The meter's 6 feet away. I still got third place out of the world. And then SPL for Radical Extreme, I got 5th in the world. So, and that's, me being in RP's class. So So I wasn't expecting to get first. We'll just put it that way. But yeah, I definitely it was worth the trip. I had a blast. I can't touch Ruthless on that number one spot doing 164s. Yeah, I'm surprised and honestly, Shane, that I know that is that the Ruthless hearse? Is that the only Ruthless vehicle out there? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I did almost a 140 on less than 7K power. Yeah, and that was the old wall. And I got a new wall in there, and I know last year I did do a test on it. I did take it to a show. Did a 158.73, I believe. It was a 158.73 on 3,500 watts. So that was just testing the new wall. The number one guy is the owner of Ruthless. So it's Benjamin Barnett. Okay. So it's probably his hearse, I would assume. So like if it's the hearse, I'm surprised it's not in an extreme. I don't know how we would do that, but because that thing is definitely extreme. But I know we do got extreme classes coming up for next season, which you probably know as well. For all the guys that like to do the demo classes, music classes. And Benjamin Dodson built it, I do believe. Yeah. Benjamin Dodson built it. Okay. Yeah, Dan. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do. I already know I definitely got a lot of work to do. I'm excited about the finals though, guys. Definitely am. I'm excited for Worlds. My regional finals was awesome. I had a blast. So we need to weed some people on those lists so underdogs can come back. Yeah, basically, I mean, not really weed them, but try to put them somewhere where it's more fair for the smaller guys. I'm not saying weed them out, but I would never really say that because I don't ever turn down a competitor like, hey, come show me what you can do. I want to hear the loudest you can be. You know, that's what I'm all about. The Ruthless build is a huge tapped horn. Yeah, and that thing it's crazy looking, man. It's a nice build, but I mean everything's steel. Everything is steel in that thing, man.
I need that for a windshield. God.
Yeah.
I'm over windshields this year.
Yeah, you broke a couple of them this year, man.
I'm getting yelled at now every time I mention the windshield.
That's not bad, Walker. I'm doing a 140, 210s on a JP23.
Trunk car?
That's what I would guess. I don't know, though. Is that out of the trunk or what? I didn't mean weed them out. I mean, like, move them to where they have people that go against them. Go against. It sucks having 50 builds. Sucks having 50 builds having to go against the 65 plus builds. 150 builds. I get you, Shane.
Truck box.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, it is just 210s. So, don't get me wrong. I like the 10s. I like 10s, man. There is nothing wrong with 10s. Actually, Daniel in the chat, he's got 12 10s in his Honda CRV. That's pretty sweet. Custom made box.
And it's in a behind the seat, so it's not even like that makes it that makes it even better considering the fact that it's not a box in the seat or in the back. It's actually still hidden behind the seat. That's a great number.
Yeah, it really is. So what class do you normally run, Walker? Like, I've never seen you in my chat, so it's cool to see someone new, so I'm just curious what your build is. Yeah, I don't know. I am stoked about Worlds, man. I really am. I can't wait to. All I'm gonna say is my build's louder than a 50, but less than like quieter than a 60. Cyclone, no wall. Wow. So you like the music class? So that's a 30-second average.
I like Cyclone.
Yeah, yeah. You do Cyclone wall.
You had a 158.6.
What's Bella do? Cyclone wall. 159 something.
Was that Cyclone she ran?
No, she ran the Baby Boomers SPL, which is still
She did a 159.14 out of that power wheel.
yeah, and her power wheels, yeah, 159.14.
I still mess with Michael because he did.
You're good, Walker. You're good, man. It's always good to see new people, man. It really is. It's awesome. I like music classes more than burps. Oh, me too, for sure. For sure. Yeah, so yeah, Bella's what, louder than her dad?
No, he did a 159.33. She did a 159.14.
And she's in a Power Wheels. And he's in a big truck with 615s in it.
I'd be sick to my stomach, man.
What is yeah, that's a solid score. Yeah, he's doing good with that Cyclone wall. He's doing awesome, but he's got to get that windshield where it don't go. Music scores all the way. Yeah, for sure. I love the music classes. I think that's what makes us kind of unique. Plus, we got a ton of different classes. I mean, it could be from a small build, you're just starting out, or a daily bumper, to mid-level entry, to like I'm a hardcore competitor class. Like there's something for pretty much anyone. You have music, you have burps, there's port scores that people like, port wars, some people do. It's not my kind of thing. I did try it one time just because I wanted to see what my two DC level 112s were doing, but I still did a 166 in the port on the two DC level 112s.
I like the music classes because that's more of what you're going to be hearing when you're sitting in there.
Deathmatch is awesome too. Yes, I like deathmatch. It's 3 minutes. 3-minute average. I love seeing people run it. I mean, Kayvon will do it all day. If Kayvon can do it, you can do it, Kenneth.
Oh, I love deathmatch, but my windshield don't like being played on that long.
Kayvon will do it.
Yeah, but at a 142 and he don't bust his windshields nonstop.
we should have Bella do deathmatch.
That would be amazing because that power wheel gets down.
She could do deathmatch against Kayvon.
That'll hurt some people's feelings.
Yeah, that's true, Dan. Your windshield went in Ohio when we were at that last show in Ohio. Kings of Columbus.
Oh, it shattered?
Yeah, his windshield and his Honda went. Why not install a plexiglass or acrylic windshield?
Make it into extreme class.
Yeah, I'd move him to extreme. Unleashed demo, I believe. So it's just it's extreme. He don't want to be extreme because there's just too much going on in extreme. And there.
Yeah, I've seen some testing done by RP Struck that's going to be coming out for extreme classes.
Yeah, that's
an 80, he's doing an 80 plus on one sub. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, he told me yesterday when I was at the shop that he's gonna be ready for next year. So he's gonna have her done this winter, and we're gonna be seeing some nasty scores out of RP's build. So
different if I steel caged my Cadillac and I had all the steel reinforcement, made it pretty much bulletproof like the rest. I wouldn't be that nervous. But my doors don't stay together, my windshields don't stay in without.
your window motors fall off. So
Yep.
your doors don't unlock.
Yeah, you can't
You gotta-
open like
You gotta
Door-
open from the outside. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna compete at 19 hertz, so I think even in extreme I'll be fine.
no, but that's where
Brad Zink.
Brad Zink competes.
Yep.
And I've seen him do a 60 at 19 hertz.
Yeah, he was done it before. I've seen him do it too. So I mean, or even if you get to like Luke Venezuela, his build. Like I think that 20 hertz. I mean, I know he was playing 20 hertz, not 19. He was playing 20, but he was still doing a 166. Like freaking loud at 20 hertz.
Yeah.
There's a difference. There's a difference. I mean, I like my lows, man. I do like the low frequency loud builds, the low louds, but man, I don't know. It's gonna be fun to see what all comes to Worlds and who's all ready to compete and what they're planning on doing or what changes they make before now in Worlds.
Well, first off on mine's a windshield.
Well, yeah, that's a must. I just hit a 44.3 at 36 hertz with two Trinity M18s and a 13 cubic foot box, but any suggestions on a new amp because I only got a 3K.
What's your load per sub? What are they, D2s?
And are you trying to stay in a specific class? That'd be another question, I guess, because
18s would put him in what class?
218s is what 504 inches of cone area.
Yeah.
Monster. It'd be monster. Dual ones.
So two of those would be either 1 ohm or quarter ohm. Everyone's saying monster. But if it's not a wall, it won't be monster.
That's true. If it's a no wall, I mean,
Is that a wall or
no, it's either or. You don't gotta have a wall to run monster. Yeah, no wall. What's a no wall?
What's that? No wall. Ninja?
No, I think it's one below Ninja. I'm having a brain fart right now.
So
No, Assassin's. He'd be over Assassin, but less than Ninja. Give me 1 second here. I
know what them Trinities can handle. So I think I wouldn't be running anything smaller than an 8K.
Oh yeah, I guess it'd be Ninja. Yeah, 501. Yeah, 501 inches of cone area to 950 and up to 20,000 watts. He said, I got it in a Ram 1500. Is it just in the back seat or is it behind the seats or how do you got it set up, man?
13 cube, he's got to have an extended cab at least.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think so. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's 130 cubic inches of port tuned to
28 hertz.
tuned to 28. That'd be a cool build too. I'd like to hear that. It's like LA Tony, he's got a 415s, I believe, and a Dodge Ram 1500 flat wall, B pillar wall. And that thing was sweet. Yeah, my amp keeps clipping, so it's heating up the coils. And he's like, "What backseat? I took it out."
Hey,
Some people just set them right on top of the back seats, and that's just what they do. That's why I ask. But
Korean amp would be your best bet if you want to really power those.
get out of here.
But I'm not going to take hate away or give hate because tar amps are good. I just like being able to wire in the dirt if I ain't got big box rise.
Dan says I'm wired at 0.25 right now on my Teraamps 12K, so we'll see what it does next time.
Amp blows up.
No, it's a new one. It's a Chipeo or
Oh, I thought it was tar amp.
it is. It's a Teraamps Chipeo.
How low can that go?
It only has one knob. It only has a gain knob. That's it. That's all that's on the amp.
That's a weird one.
Yeah, they're awesome though. I mean, it's definitely cool. It's
I
interesting.
think I'd be on like an 8K crossfire. Which don't say it. Don't say it. I'm not a brand hugger. I'm just a big fan.
I get it. I understand. They work good for you, and they always work for your builds.
Now,
Normal quad cab, it looks like a small wall, but sides out of the rear door. I was looking at a Smart 5 from Teraamps. Is it any good? Dan says BS.
yes, what?
I don't know. I don't know what he
Take
said.
crossfire any day of the week. But
Oh, but you being in the hugger, a brand hugger.
if I ever had to switch out, it'd be back to a tar amp.
And
Believe me,
it'd be an MD model, huh?
it would be an MD 10 model.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I would say if you could, man. I don't know what your budget's like, no one special. But I would say maybe 2 MD5Ks and do one on each sub at 1 ohm.
Them Trinity M series will hold that.
Yeah.
I had 15 M series in my Cadillac, and I had them running 8K per sub.
Yeah. No, he really did. I know that because I was his judge when he had those. So yeah. Dan said that would be my recommendation. That's funny. I don't know.
The smart or the base.
I stay away from the smarts and the bass typically. I like my MDs, but we both know. I mean, my MD 8Ks, Dan's in here right now. I did send him an invite, but he didn't jump in, unfortunately. But he could tell you, just as like anyone that was there. I mean, I clamped 24,000 watts out of 2 MD 8Ks.
Now, the only downfall he has is they're D1 motors, so he's either got to be wired at a half, and on some of them MDs, if you ain't got the support for it or enough box rise, they ain't real happy for it.
He said box spec is what, 48 wide, 36 tall, 19 and a half deep. Oh, and running a JS Alt 290 with extra batteries in the back. Nice.
Honestly, for the budget, 2 of the Trinities, he's got Trinity subs. The Trinity amps match up good with them.
I mean, it just depends on your budget and what you're wanting. I mean, in reality, Dan could tell you by reading probably those box specs exactly everything you were just talking about and know what would be best. He said 5K question mark.
Okay. I mean, I had 2 15-inch M series Trinity
He said
and I had
instantly.
one on an 8K. So I had two D. Mine were D2s, and I had them wired an 8K per sub of the Trinity amps.
So he said, "LOL, I don't want to clip the subs. What is your port height, width, and length, or your width, height, and length?" So two 8Ks at half.
I would. That's what I wired. I had the Trinities. I know the Trinities will hold up at low wiring because I've had them wired down to 0.35 ohm. That's when I had my Crossfire XT3s in.
Yep.
And that gives you enough amp that you ain't got to push it hard enough that it's clipping.
He said he'll measure the port real quick. Honestly, you should be fine if you're wired at half with a 1 ohm amp. So,
I've blown them up before.
what?
1 ohm amps wired at a half.
Well, the Trinities are 1 ohm amps.
Yeah, but the Tar Amp MDs, some of them will say "see you later."
Oh yeah, I know. Some of them will leave the chat real quick. I've had it happen to me. I've had them things catch on fire in my trunk and setting there on fire, and we're pulling them out as they're on fire. It was fun. It was an experience you'll never forget. It was very exciting.
It's real nice to have them do that and then you have to grab them and they're still on fire and it's nice and warm. Let you know that your hands still got filling.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you had that Stetson blow up in your face.
Yeah, that one. Well, I'm shocked I still had eyebrows after that.
So, because amplifiers that are rated at 1 ohm, it's nominal. The real issue you run into is when people wire below that or think they're wired at half, they're actually wired at like 0.38.
Yeah.
I mean, that could also be because the coils too. It depends on what the coils read out. Because like you can buy dual ones, but really they're dual 0.7s. When you actually, so it can be lower. I get what you're saying. Because like we've ran into that issue several times. I know me and Dan, I went through probably, I don't know. I couldn't even tell you how many different kinds of subs I've used, but he'd be able to tell you. So the port is 4.75 wide, 33.5 tall, and 13.5 deep.
But that's where an ohm meter comes in handy. You always ohm test before you turn an amp on.
Yeah.
Unless you've rewired your own subs so many times because you changed them, pulled them out, and changed things. But I know how I wire mine exactly where I sit.
So yeah, like the American Bass HDs that I had, I think they were lower than what they said they were. I think I got dual 2s, I want to say. But they actually read out at like 1.7 or 1.6 or something like, I don't know. It was weird. But each sub said the exact same thing. And I was like, that's weird. But then it's just the resistance in the coil or something. I don't know. I don't know why it does that. Or it's just the way they make it. It ain't a true dual 1 ohm or a true dual 2 ohm. Like you can order true dual 1 ohm coils and stuff from through PE and get it right where you want. Sorry, Walker, I missed your thing up here, but you said I went with Soundstream T5 Tarantulas, but the Trinities definitely look like a good budget banger. Yeah.
I ran them Trinities for probably a year. One of the guys that's in the chat, William Barnhart, he actually has them. I say stockpile, but I think he's got 3 or 4 of them left, and he runs them. I was shocked when he switched over to the American bass amp because he loves the Trinities, which he's the one that got me started with those because I ran tar amp for the longest time.
Yeah.
Then he got me with one of them Trinities, and I was like, man, those are good. And then ran it since. And then I ended up going up to these Crossfires, and I go from an 8K to 2 8Ks to a 16K.
Yep. Now you got a Crossfire 16K.
I want another one.
Michael's got a spare. I'm just kidding.
I want to put one per set in there and see how long the windshield holds.
Or how long the subs hold.
Well, you figure if I tune the amp in.
So what hits harder, American bass or Trinity subs?
Is that subs or amps, Walker?
I'm sure. I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. I was gonna guess subs, but maybe amps.
I almost say if it's amps, that's hard to say.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff to take into that. So subs.
Oh, Trinity subs will kill American bass, and I really don't like to say that but the Trinity subs I had made my American bass look like 6.5. It was night and day difference from the M series Trinities to the American bass. But then again, enclosure makes the difference. If my enclosure wasn't built for the American bass, they're not going to perform as well as the Trinities did.
Or the other way around. Either way. Like if your box or whatever your enclosure is built for, I mean, it's best to have your enclosure built specifically for the subs that you're running, obviously. I know in your case you're behind the seat. Yeah, that's what I said, Dan. That's what I was telling him. Because I know ours, I think my American Bass HDs was reading like 1.6. But yeah, I mean, in reality, a lot of it depends on the enclosure. I'm gonna say at least like, oh man, I would say at least 70% of your SPL is gonna come from the enclosure alone. I'm gonna say it minimum 70% at least.
I'm gonna say 90.
Right. 90.
The only reason I say probably 90 is because you got people like Andrew.
You got people like Andrew.
I mean,
I don't know if that's a good thing.
If it wasn't for that enclosure, I don't think them subs would be performing half as well as they are.
Yeah, it is surprising. This Power Acoustics taking a Crossfire 8K all day.
You take in Power Acoustics and put them in any other enclosure, and I think they'd be gone.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think if you scroll up, I believe he said it's 130.
28, but he is peaking
Yeah, and
at
it's 130 inches of port area. So I don't know if that's where he's peaking at or not.
Said he just hit a 144.3 at 36 hertz.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. But I don't know. I think it's a downfire 17 inches tall, 45 long, 12 wide on bottom, and 9 inches wide on top. It's probably so. I'm guessing that's Walker's because they're behind his seats. Remember?
Oh yeah, so his is tapered.
Yeah. Just ohm tested him at terminal. It's 1.67.
How do you got the subs wired? Series?
Well, they're supposed to be dual ones, and that's what he said, right?
Yeah, so
And they're
dual
at
one.
6, 7. So he must be wired to what, 2?
Yeah, technically the subs got to be series and then paralleled at the amp.
Oh, right
Which-
on. Jake.
Which I'm almost positive
Yeah,
Trinity.
he said, yeah, it's series.
Yep.
So
So that means his coils are lower, but I think mine were lower too.
7.3 cubic feet per woofer.
That don't sound right. Thought it was a 13 cubic foot box.
Yeah, that's what he told us earlier. Yeah, that it was a 13 cubic foot box. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, when it comes to amps, it's you can't have a box too big and throw too much power at it, or you'll blow the subs.
D4 is wired at 1 ohm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Walker said that he's got D4s were wired to 1 ohm. That sounds right.
On the 210s. Yeah.
What's up, Robert?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Come to a live.
Right? Haven't heard from him in a minute.
He got some impressive numbers out of a truck box with 210s. What 10s are you running, Walker?
The T5s, tarantulas, I believe. That's what
Okay.
I think that's what he said, but he said something about T5 tarantulas. So
I thought he was talking about amps. I don't know.
no, we'll see. We'll see.
Then you got
Yeah.
the T5 tarantulas.
What? My fourth eye. You said
Your
that
your fourth is eye rattling.
your fourth. Yeah, maybe.
We got Robert's another
Oh,
guy.
he said that my fourth is eye rattling.
Yeah, I mean you're shaking his eyeballs around.
Yeah, it gets down, man. I was demoing him at I turned on, I think it was like 33 to like 58 or something like that, and just let it rip on a Rustical song. But
You were demoing in front of me. I'm shocked you didn't have glass shooting your back of your tractor.
yeah, no, I was literally parked right in front of you. So he's got the JP23 version 1.5 on the two Tarantula T5s. Yeah, Jordan told me that it was he liked it. He liked it. He thought it was pretty sweet, but yeah, that it does mess with your eyes. I haven't left the hatch open for him, and the door was open. He sat in the driver's seat and just jumped in, so he didn't get
Well, that
sealed.
wasn't real nice. Left the hatch open. You get loud. You're the only SUV that I know of that gets louder when you open the back.
I don't know. That thing's goofy, man. That little tracker is weird.
6 dB gain by opening the back up.
Watch, it's gonna be a new thing. Everybody's gonna start opening the back of their truck up.
You're gonna
Right.
see people popping their subs because they're gonna be like, "Oh, let's try it." Boop.
Yeah, I don't know. It does it, so I don't care. It's cool. It's a kind of, in a way, it's like a legal way to like sandbag. I could just go up there and run the lanes and do a 46 or 47, and then just be like, come back through and open my hatch up and do a 52,
Yeah.
53. And be like, oh, look at that.
Show everyone your full knob too, and be like,
I'm
"Man,
all the
that's
way
it."
in. Yeah, it's only doing a 46. I don't
Then
know.
pull up, pop the back open, and be like, "Oh yeah, there we go."
There it is. There's those DBs.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting for Robert to finish his car so he can get up to a show.
Yeah, he's got what, 3 gold V2s on a Surge?
Yeah, he's got 3 10-inch gold V2s in there.
I got 2 15 gold V2s. I like them so far. I don't know. They do all right. They're doing good. And I got it on a Terriamp MD8K right now. And those golds take it all day. I can be on it all day. I mean, even at States, even at the finals, wasn't I there demoing almost the whole time? Had my doors open, playing music all day. And it
Put that 12K on him.
Oh, Chris Gordon, yeah, he's fixing my amps. So
Put
I'm
a
not
12K on them. They'll wake up. They might get a little angry every now and then.
I'm not putting a 12K on those.
Fine, we'll pull my 16K for a minute and put in there.
Yeah.
Get a bigger battery though.
I thought I had enough. I'm just kidding. I got enough for like the 8K. Speaking of, I killed one of my 3D printers making his parts. Oh.
Oh, what parts did you make that you killed your printer?
He's making some stuff for Chris Gordon with the 3D printer.
Oh, I thought he broke it for you.
No. I got a Sundown SCV 7500 going in this week.
That thing should get kind of loud.
And it should. Yeah, those SCVs are nasty. Those are the good Sundown amps.
What? They make good amps?
The SCVs were tanks, man. They were actually good.
I was just joking.
They were good amps. I mean, and the Nightshades amps, the Nightshade amps that they had. Those were good amps too. I'm not a fan of salts. And I'm not a fan of SFBs. But yeah, no. Yeah, we definitely had this conversation. Yes. But they're 7500s. The SCVs are great. The SIAs are okay. I don't know. I guess it just depends on the build. But I mean, when I see people run through the lanes, I see what they got, the equipment that they got. It seems like some of the SCVs, they are great amps. Salts, I've had people come through and they have issues with them. And then when they try to sell them, I mean, nobody buys them. Like, nobody really wants salt amps. So, I don't know. I mean, RP did have 36 of them, and he obviously sold them for a reason. I mean, there's a reason behind it. I don't know exactly what he's planning on throwing in there, but we'll find out. We'll find out soon.
Well, which van? Because the one that he's building, everything he's been testing has been Crossfire amps.
Yeah, well, I know. When me and him was talking about efficiency on amps, he told me B2, the B209 and the 012 or 120 or whatever. It's a funky name. Though has been the best, have actually performed the best for efficiency.
Oh, yeah.
And the JP amps, I believe he told me, has done the best as far as power output. He's like, so we'll get like a 7K, I guarantee it's going to do 14. You get a 6K, you guarantee it's going to do 12. He's like, that's just how it's been with the JP amps. It's like it'll do double what it says it's going to do. He should run 400 smart bass 3Ks.
Yeah.
Who's running 400 smart bass 3Ks? That's too damn many amps. I would hate to have to wire all those amps up. Oh my God. Yeah, with the right electrical. Yep. Oh, RP. Dude, he would hate his life wiring up 400 of them. He already wires up 36 of them. He puts one on each coil.
I don't think that would happen at all.
No, he told me he don't like Brazilian, so
I know.
He said he don't like Brazilian at all. He don't mess with it. He's like, they're efficient and they got power, but they're not for me. He's like, I got a couple of builds of my own that have like the base 15Ks in them. And he's like, those, he's like, but I got them cheap and they work good in the build that I have in. So like, that's like what I say though, like if you have a build and it works for you, like that's all that matters. Don't worry about the haters, man. Don't worry about when people are like, oh, it could be louder. You're too quiet, whatever. Don't worry about that.
If you're happy, that's all that matters.
Exactly. 100%. I stand behind that 100%. And then he could switch out subs and just run a bunch of Neo 6x9s. And he'd still be louder than all of us, so it doesn't matter.
Right? He could probably just put one 6x9 in that cabin, and it'd be louder than all of us.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, his cabin is awesome though. Like, and he's cool though. So when I do shows there, like, he literally lets you go back there. You can look at his van, his world record breaking van. You can hang out. He'll explain everything to you. The
van that's strapped to the roof.
What?
You ever notice he has that van strapped to the roof in the shop?
No, I never noticed that it's strapped to the roof.
Walk in there when you go in there next time. I've seen it. I've seen straps coming from the roof hooked to the van, almost like it's helping support the weight of it.
Oh, his tires aren't even real tires. Like,
no, they're like forklift tires.
Yeah, they're like filled up with something. I don't know what the heck he's got done to them. Maybe they're filled up with Vibraflex or something. I don't know what he did to it.
He told me they did it like they did forklift tires.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
so,
makes
you got
sense though.
Them ones where they can take the rubber off, but then there's like a rubber. Oh, it's not an inner tube. It's like a solid chunk of rubber inside the rubber.
Yeah. I think if I remember right, he stopped on one of those cat scales on his way down to Worlds.
God, I can't even imagine.
I think that van weighed like 28,000 pounds.
I'm shocked it can move itself.
Yeah, you should see the way it drives. It's great. Have you ever seen him move it? Dude, it's crazy. It's like a little switch on the, like, right where you open the door at. I don't know. It's not even like, I don't know. It's something you have to see. It's funny.
I've seen him move the one van that has the turbo that sticks out of the hood some.
Yeah.
And that thing was, it was about killing itself to get moving because it's so heavy.
That, the Terravan?
Yeah.
That white one? That was lifted up and stuff?
Robert, damn, that's what my dump truck weighs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what his van weighed because he put it on a cat scale. And I think that was on the way down to Worlds, man. I'm not even joking. And that's what I was like, man, crazy. 20.
Yeah, the U-Haul trailer ain't hauling that puppy around.
Dude, he threw that on the back of a Dodge 3500 and towed it all the way down to Worlds.
Yeah, but I
And
bet you didn't use a U-Haul trailer.
no, he didn't. Who used the U-Haul trailer?
I've seen people use them. That's why I
I
said I
did.
bet you he didn't.
I did. Oh, Dan was with me.
I about had to. I thought I was gonna have to call or run a U-Haul in a U-Haul trailer to get Cadillac back home.
Yeah, Dan was with me, and we had a Tahoe on the back of my Avalanche, and that Tahoe weighed, I think, right around 9,000 pounds. It was heavy. Okay, jeez. All right. Should put a Cat 12 in it.
What you need to do for it to move.
Dude, seriously, the only suspension that trailer had left was the tires. Yeah, not joking. 100%. I could not go over 42 miles an hour. Anything over 42, that trailer just would start going all over, back and forth, just swinging, dude. We were going down the highway at 70 miles an hour, and I was just cruising at 40. Like, it took 6 hours to get it drove when it was only a 3-hour drive. It sucked. But yeah, but my truck really didn't squat none. It was crazy. It was interesting. The trailer took pretty much all the weight. The truck didn't really squat.
Well,
Yeah, that little 5.3. That little 5.3 was just pulling it along.
I don't know what mine weighs. I want to put it on a scale at some point because mine went on a trailer behind a Ram.
You sound like a robot.
Do what?
I don't know. I said you sound like a robot.
Well, you just cutting out. Your screen's froze.
I don't know. Maybe it might be my end. I don't know. Hey there.
We squatted Ram 50 or 5500. Uh-oh, he left. There he is.
Oh, now I can hear you.
My Cadillac squatted the Dodge Ram 5500 that come and got it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it weighs. I want to put it on a scale. I didn't think it was that heavy, but when we had it parked next to a curb, I realized it's sitting really low. My back bumper was sitting on a curb.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think I'm gonna call it a night, man.
Call it a night. Just because your computer's freezing?
No, my mom just got home. It was her birthday on the 15th, and I got her birthday presents, and I don't know. I got her something for her birthday, and I'm excited because she just got back to the house.
Let's tell her happy birthday.
All right, I definitely will. I mean, I'll definitely let her know you said happy birthday. So,
and let's get the state finals going. I'm ready for it. We need to get a big start posting up about it. Let's make it a big turnout.
Worlds?
Yeah, the World Finals.
Yeah, I mean it's already shown quite a few people are going to be there. Oh, she said thank you, so they must be watching it out there too. I don't know. They must be watching it in the front room or something.
It might be.
So,
well, I'll let you get to that, and yeah, hope everyone has a good night.
Thank you, Walker. I appreciate you. I'll definitely tell her. And yeah, like Kenneth said, y'all have a good night. We do this every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So feel free to jump in. We always welcome some guests, and sometimes we have some different people on here. So jump on in Monday nights. We'll get more into some more stuff. See you later, dude. What?
We gotta get more going.
All right. Well, I'm going to run this outro video, and you have a good night, Kenneth. And everybody in the chat, I appreciate you all for swinging in. And we'll talk to you next week.
Yep. Have a good one.
You too. See you guys.